Welcome, gents. In a world where everyone seems to be playing by the same rules, Sigma males stand apart, quietly observing the absurdities around them. They don't fit into the typical social molds, and because of this, they often see things from a different, more detached perspective. To a Sigma male, certain behaviors and societal norms just don't make sense. Things that others accept as normal, they find downright ridiculous. Whether it's the obsession with popularity, the need to follow trends, or the endless pursuit of superficial success, Sigma males question it all. They navigate life on their own terms, challenging the status quo and rejecting anything that doesn't align with their values. In this exploration, we'll dive into 10 the things that leave Sigma males shaking their heads in disbelief. Those irrational, ridiculous things that simply don't make sense to them. Let's get started, gents. I encourage you to watch the full video and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 1. Fake politeness. To Sigma males, fake politeness is nothing more than a socially acceptable form of dishonesty. The constant pressure to be polite, even when it's insincere, feels absurd to them. They don't understand why society encourages people to sugarcoat their words, pretend to like someone, or smile through situations they'd rather be honest about, all in the name of avoiding discomfort. For Sigma males, this kind of forced politeness doesn't make sense. They see it as a superficial gesture that does more harm than good. In their view, it's far better to be straightforward, even if that means delivering the truth with a bit of a sting. To them, honesty, no matter how uncomfortable, is a form of respect. It shows that they value the person enough to be real with them, rather than hiding behind a facade of false niceties. Fake politeness, on the other hand, feels like a form of deceit. It creates a false sense of harmony and avoids addressing the real issues at hand. Sigma males would rather have an uncomfortable but honest conversation than engage in meaningless pleasantries that skirt around the truth. They believe that genuine respect comes from being authentic, even when it's difficult. In a world where people often prioritize politeness over truth, Sigma males stand out for their refusal to play along. They choose honesty, believing that it ultimately leads to more meaningful connections and a deeper understanding of one another. For them, fake politeness isn't just unnecessary, it's counterproductive to real communication. Number 2. Oversharing personal life. To Sigma males, the obsession with sharing every detail of one's life on social media is not just confusing, it's incomprehensible. They can't wrap their heads around why so many people feel the need to broadcast their daily activities, thoughts, and emotions to an audience that, more often than not, consists of strangers. While others might find validation in likes, comments, and followers, Sigma males see this as a shallow substitute for real connection and self-worth. For Sigma males, privacy isn't just a preference, it's a core value. They believe that some things are meant to be kept to yourself or shared only with those who genuinely matter. They find value in mystery, in holding on to parts of their lives that are theirs alone. Oversharing, in their view, dilutes the significance of personal moments and can even lead to unnecessary vulnerability. The constant need to post every meal, every outing, every thought, it all seems exhausting and frankly pointless to a Sigma male. They wonder why anyone would want to expose themselves to the judgments and opinions of others on such a constant basis. To them, the idea of living for the validation of an online audience is not just ridiculous, it's a sign of misplaced priorities. In a world obsessed with oversharing, Sigma males stand firm in their belief that not everything needs to be put on display. Some things are best kept private, protected from the eyes of the world. And in that privacy, they find peace and power. Keep in mind that this doesn't mean that Sigmas aren't celebrities. Many are. However, you'll often find that they choose to keep much of their personal life out of the public eye. Number 3. Living for the weekend. To Sigma males, the idea of living for the weekend is nothing short of absurd. The notion that people spend 5 days of their week merely surviving, dragging themselves through monotonous routines, counting down the hours until Friday, only to cram all their joy and freedom into 2 short days, seems like a terrible deal. For Sigma males, this mentality is a clear indication that something is seriously off balance in life. They can't understand why so many people accept the idea that the work week has to be a grind, something to endure rather than enjoy. To a Sigma male, life is far too short and precious to waste on being miserable for the majority of the week. They believe that every day should hold meaning, not just the weekends. Whether it's through work that excites them, hobbies that inspire them, or simply taking time to reflect and recharge, Sigma males strive to find fulfillment daily. The weekend warrior mentality, living for those fleeting 2 days of freedom, is a cycle they refuse to participate in. Instead, they focus on creating a life where the lines between work and play are blurred, where passion fuels their daily activities, and where joy is not postponed until the weekend arrives. For Sigma males, the ultimate goal is to craft a lifestyle that doesn't require an escape. They seek balance, purpose, and contentment every day of the week, believing that true fulfillment comes from living fully in the present, not just waiting for the weekend. Number 4. Fear of being unliked. To a Sigma male, the fear of being unliked is not just irrational, it's completely absurd. They can't wrap their heads around the idea that someone would adjust their personality, opinions, or actions just to be liked by everyone. To them, this is a waste of energy and an invitation to lose touch with who you really are. Sigma males understand that being disliked is simply part of life, and no matter what you do, some people won't approve. Instead of letting that fact control them, they embrace it and move on without overthinking. In their minds, bending over backward for approval means giving up your autonomy, and for a Sigma, freedom is everything. They see the constant pursuit of being liked as a trap that prevents genuine growth and authenticity. Why care what others think when their opinions don't define your reality? Sigma males don't believe in smoothing over rough edges or softening their stance just to make others comfortable. They're more focused on staying true to themselves, regardless of how people perceive them. Ultimately, Sigma males know that trying to be liked by everyone dilutes their identity. The fewer people they try to please, the more space they have to grow into who they truly are. For them, it's simple. Being unliked is not a failure. It's a sign that they're living life on their own terms. Number 5. Being defined by relationship status. To Sigma males, the idea that a person's worth is tied to their relationship status is not just laughable. It's fundamentally flawed. Society often places a heavy emphasis on being in a relationship, treating it as a marker of success, stability, and even happiness. But Sigma males reject this notion entirely. They don't believe that being single or coupled up should define who they are or dictate their value. For Sigma males, their identity is complete regardless of whether they have a partner. They don't seek validation through relationships, nor do they feel pressured to fit into society's expectations. While they can appreciate meaningful connections, they don't believe that their life's fulfillment hinges on being with someone else. Instead, they focus on their personal growth, passions, and goals. They understand that a relationship, while potentially enriching, is just one aspect of life, not the ultimate destination. The idea that someone's happiness or success should be measured by their relationship status seems absurd to them. They see relationships as a choice, not a necessity, and they refuse to settle just to fit into a societal mold. Whether single, dating, or in a committed relationship, Sigma males maintain their independence and self-worth. In a world that often equates being in a relationship with having it all together, Sigma males stand firm in their belief that true completeness comes from within. They choose to live on their own terms, free from the need to be defined by their relationship status. Number 6. Performative kindness. To Sigma males, kindness should come from a place of genuine care, not from the desire to be seen doing good. The idea of performative kindness, helping others just to gain attention or approval, completely baffles them. Whether it's posting every charitable act on social media or going out of the way to show off how kind they are in public, Sigma males see right through the act. To them, if kindness isn't authentic, it loses its value entirely. They believe that true kindness doesn't need a spotlight. It's something you do because it's the right thing to do, not because you want others to see and praise you for it. Sigma males understand that the most meaningful acts of kindness often happen quietly, behind the scenes, where there's no one to applaud or validate the action. It's in those moments, when no one is watching, that kindness really matters. For Sigma males, the performative aspect of kindness feels hollow and even counterproductive. They see it as a way for people to boost their own egos rather than make a genuine difference. It's not about the person being helped, it's about the person doing the helping. And that, to a Sigma male, completely misses the point. In a world where so much kindness is displayed for likes and approval, Sigma males choose to stay true to their values. They believe in helping others quietly, with no need for recognition, because to them the act itself is reward enough. If it's not real, why bother? Thank you for being such a valued subscriber. Your continued support means a lot to us and inspires us to keep producing meaningful content. We truly appreciate your engagement. Number 7, blind loyalty. To Sigma males, loyalty is a valuable quality, but only when it's given for the right reasons. The concept of blind loyalty, following someone or something without questioning their motives, integrity, or values, seems utterly absurd to them. They can't understand why anyone would offer unwavering allegiance to a person, group, or cause without first ensuring that loyalty is truly deserved. Sigma males believe that loyalty should be earned, not automatically granted. They respect those who have proven themselves to be trustworthy, honest, and consistent in their actions. However, they refuse to follow anyone blindly, simply because it's expected or because others do. To them, blindly following someone is not only irresponsible, but can also be dangerous. It strips away individual thought and critical judgment, leading to a loss of personal autonomy. In their eyes, true loyalty comes from a place of deep respect and shared values. It's not about obedience or submission, but about standing by those who genuinely deserve it. Sigma males are fiercely independent thinkers, and they won't hesitate to question the actions and decisions of those they're loyal to if something doesn't feel right. They won't be swayed by pressure or expectations to conform. Blind loyalty, to Sigma males, is a trap that leads to compromised values and misplaced trust. They'd rather walk away from a situation than offer their loyalty where it's not deserved. For them, loyalty is a powerful bond, but only when it's rooted in truth, integrity, and mutual respect, not blind allegiance. Number 8, overindulgence in nostalgia. To Sigma females, nostalgia can be a double-edged sword. While they understand the value of memories and appreciate the lessons learned from the past, they find it odd and even counterproductive when people cling so tightly to what was that they hinder their present. To them, overindulgence in nostalgia is like living in a time capsule, refusing to embrace the new experiences, opportunities, and growth that the present offers. Sigma females recognize that the past has its place, but they don't let it define or control their future. They believe that when people become too attached to memories, they risk getting stuck in a cycle of longing for what can never be relived. This fixation on the past can create a barrier to moving forward and exploring what life has to offer right now. For Sigma females, the key to growth and evolution is staying open to the present moment. They see nostalgia as a comforting yet potentially dangerous distraction, a way of avoiding the unknowns of the future by retreating into the familiar. While they might reflect on the past with fondness, they refuse to let it become a crutch that holds them back. Instead of constantly reminiscing, Sigma females prefer to channel their energy into creating new memories, seizing opportunities, and evolving into the best version of themselves. They believe that true fulfillment comes from embracing change and facing the future with curiosity and courage, rather than being weighed down by the past. To them, nostalgia should be a gentle reminder of where they've been, not a chain that keeps them from moving forward. Number 9, over-pleasing others. To Sigma males, the idea of constantly trying to please others is baffling. They view it as not only irrational, but as a sure way to lose yourself. In their eyes, bending over backward for everyone else doesn't make you kind or generous. It weakens who you are at the core. They believe that the more you try to meet other people's expectations, the further you drift from your own sense of self. It's like handing over the keys to your life, letting others steer your decisions, your values, and even your emotions. For Sigma males, identity is something deeply personal, and it's not up for negotiation. They see overpleasing as an act of self-betrayal where you trade authenticity for temporary approval. This constant need for validation strips away your uniqueness, turning you into a reflection of other people's desires instead of someone who stands strong in their own beliefs. Sigma males find this exhausting and pointless. They understand that no matter how hard you try, you can't satisfy everyone, so why even attempt it? Instead of living in the shadow of other people's approval, Sigma males choose to prioritize their own values and goals. They know that trying to make everyone happy leads nowhere except to a diluted version of yourself. To them, real strength comes from standing firm in who you are, even if that means some people won't like it. For a Sigma, protecting your own identity is far more important than chasing the impossible goal of pleasing everyone. Number 10. Avoiding difficult conversations. To Sigma males, the idea of constantly trying to please others is baffling. They view it as not only irrational, but as a sure way to lose yourself. In their eyes, bending over backward for everyone else doesn't make you kind or generous. It weakens who you are at the core. They believe that the more you try to meet other people's expectations, the further you drift from your own sense of self. It's like handing over the keys to your life, letting others steer your decisions, your values, and even your emotions. For Sigma males, identity is something deeply personal, and it's not up for negotiation. They see overpleasing as an act of self-betrayal, where you trade authenticity for temporary approval. This constant need for validation strips away your uniqueness, turning you into a reflection of other people's desires instead of someone who stands strong in their own beliefs. Sigma males find this exhausting and pointless. They understand that no matter how hard you try, you can't satisfy everyone, so why even attempt it? Instead of living in the shadow of other people's approval, Sigma males choose to prioritize their own values and goals. They know that trying to make everyone happy leads nowhere, except to a diluted version of yourself. To them, real strength comes from standing firm in who you are, even if that means some people won't like it. For a Sigma, protecting your own identity is far more important than chasing the impossible goal of pleasing everyone. In conclusion, to Sigma males, many things that others accept as normal just don't make sense. They can't comprehend why people waste energy on pointless social games, seek approval from those they don't even respect, or live by society's timelines. To them, it's ridiculous to live a life shaped by external expectations rather than internal purpose. Sigma males don't see value in fitting in, overpleasing, or following trends just for the sake of it. They believe life is too short to live by rules that don't align with who you truly are. At the core, Sigma males operate on logic and authenticity. If something doesn't serve their growth, happiness, or freedom, they find it irrational to invest time or energy in it. Instead, they focus on what actually matters: personal evolution, meaningful connections, and living life on their own terms. For them, the most ridiculous thing you can do is sacrifice your true self just to fit into a world that's often confused about what's really important. In the end, Sigma males see the world through a lens of brutal honesty, cutting through the nonsense to focus on what truly makes sense. And for them, the only path worth following is the one that leads to a life lived with purpose and authenticity, not one built around other people's expectations. Thanks for tuning in, Rare Gems. Bye for now, and see you in the next video. Take care, and God bless.